Start by cutting up your chicken into small 1 centimetre sized pieces. One chicken breast will serve 2 people easily. Season with salt and pour over buttermilk. Place in the fridge for 1 hour, which will make our chicken really tender and juicy. Now get started on the seasoned flour. Into a baking dish, add plain flour, half a teaspoon of thyme, 2 teaspoons of paprika, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, half a teaspoon of dried basil, a third of a teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of celery salt, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of white pepper. Mix together well and now coat your chicken. Drain off as much excess buttermilk as you can and coat all the sides until you have a nice even coating. Now heat up your vegetable oil to 180 degrees C or 350 F in a deep fryer or large saucepan. Deep fry in batches for 6 to 7 minutes or until golden brown. Drain on a paper towel and serve immediately. And now all we have to do is
Japanese fried chicken or chicken karage. Start that chicken thigh, you already know what's going on. Cut up into little slices. You want it to be like strips. That's how they look when you get at a restaurant. Throw into a bowl. Then into that bowl, this is going to be the marinade. Minced garlic, ginger, soy sauce, and rice wine vinegar. Mix it up and let that sit. However much time you got is perfect. Then into a bowl goes a bunch of cornstarch. This is going to be the coating for the chicken. And this is the difference in Japanese fried chicken or karage. That's why it's so much crispier, because it's only cornstarch. And when you set the chicken aside, you're going to want to avoid stacking like me. Make one layer. And as always, I made a mess. And into your wok pan or whatever you have, do like 1.5 inches of oil, maybe 1 inch. We're going to shallow fry these or whatever. And once it comes up to heat, check with the chopstick. If it bubbles around, it's ready. And they're done after about 5 to 7 minutes or when they're golden brown. Take them out. I had to do 2 batches. Place it onto a paper towel lined plate. Finish it with lemon. But could we appreciate this lighting real quick? God damn. Yes, chicken thighs, pat it dry both sides. Cut it into 1-inch thick pieces and season with salt and pepper. Dry mix is flour and cornstarch. Season with salt and pepper. Mix it up so there's no patches of cornstarch. Egg wash, egg, salt, pepper, whisk it. Looks like that. Chicken goes into the egg, coat it in flour. Don't miss any part of the chicken. Rinse and repeat for the rest of the chicken. Cut some garlic and ginger, green onion, zest of an orange, and the orange juice. Get the oil hot enough, check with the chopstick, put the chicken in. 2 to 4 minutes each side max, or till golden brown. Take it out and strain the oil. Then go in with garlic, ginger, whites of a green onion, and chili flakes. Then add rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, green onion, zest of an orange, orange juice, a drizzle of sesame oil, and the cornstarch mix. Mix it up until it gets nice and thick like that. Add the chicken to the sauce, mix it up so it's nice like that. Yes, sir.
Everybody loves mashed potatoes, but there's a secret to making the best.
There are many kind of potato. Best choices are russet or Yukon Gold.
3.5 pounds Yukon Gold potato. Peel them. Cut into 1-inch pieces. Something like this. They don't have to be perfect. Put them in a pot.
Fill pot with water.
Salt. High heat.
Boil them taters
for 15 to 20 minutes. Or until they smush easily. In a small pot, 2 cups of milk. Half a cup of butter in. 3 cloves of garlic.
Smash them real good. Peel the smash boys in. Little splash of cream. Okay, maybe a little more. Pan on stove.
Medium heat. Steamy hot. Steep 10 minutes.
Fish out your garlic.
Drain your taters. Potato ricer. Hot potatoes go in and press.
Butter mixture.
Mix and season generously with salt.
Homemade bacon. Make it crispy.
I like my mashed potatoes a little looser. Bacon, some Gruyere cheese, your chives, a little bit of black pepper.
Whenever I make mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving,
I'm probably gonna make them like that. Sheesh. They're so good, bro.
Okay, here's how I make the pasta that I make every single day. It's really, really good, so try it if you want to. Boil your noodles and add some olive oil to them. Get some minced garlic. I like a lot, but you can put in really however much you want. Oh my gosh, that was my puppy. Get like a tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay, I added like a little bit more. Then you need shredded Parmesan cheese. I got this at Aldi, and I don't know, it just works the best. Maybe like that much. Italian seasoning. Then add some lemon pepper, salt, and some pepper. Stir it all together. Try it.
What is up, you guys? Today I'm making curry chicken. The first thing I'm doing is making some white rice. Then I take an onion, peel it and slice it. Crush some garlic and mince it. Dry some chicken breast and cube it. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Mix it. Turn the heat on high, add some olive oil, add 2 tablespoons of curry powder. Add the onion and garlic and stir for 1 minute. Add the chicken cubes and cook for about 10 minutes. Open a can of tomato sauce, stewed tomatoes, and a can of coconut milk and add them to the chicken. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar and bring to a boil. Cover and simmer for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, add cilantro and green onion. Take that cooked white rice, add it to a bowl. Take some curried chicken with some sauce, pour it on top, and you have a whole snack.
How to make honey sesame chicken with rice. Cook your rice. Dice your chicken breast. Coat your chicken in some seasoned egg wash, and then in some flour. Repeat until all the chicken is coated. Then put your pan on medium-high heat. Then add some oil to your pan and let it heat up. Cook your chicken. Once your chicken is done, set it aside. For the sauce, you're going to have some honey, some soy sauce, a bit of ketchup. Then I added about 2 spoons of brown sugar, about 2 spoons of cornstarch, a bit of sesame oil, then about 2 spoons of rice vinegar, some crushed garlic, and some green onions. Coat your chicken with the sauce on low heat. Top with sesame seeds and green onion and enjoy.
I'm going to show you guys how I make my Cajun Alfredo chicken pasta. First, you want to brown some chicken in some olive oil, seasoned with salt and pepper. Once your chicken's browned and cooked all the way through, you want to add some garlic and cook that. Once that's cooked, you add about 4 cups of chicken broth and 2.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now you're going to add the pasta you want and give it a stir. Add about 1.5 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. I normally like more. I like mine a little spicy. Then you need to bring it to a boil, reduce to simmer, and cover. You need to let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the pasta is tender. You do need to uncover and stir every couple of minutes. Once it's all cooked, you're going to add about 1 cup of either Parmesan or the Italian style mix of cheese. Mix together and enjoy.
Alright, start with the 4-cheese blend. Parmesan, mozzarella, American, and Gruyere. 1 cup of each, and we're going to chop up bacon, parsley, and garlic. Then we're going to add bacon to the pan and cook it until it's crispy. And on the way, we're going to add garlic and parsley. Once the bacon is crispy, add 2 cups of panko and a teaspoon of chili flakes and cook until the panko is brown. Then in the same pan, add 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, and cook until it becomes one. Then add 3 cups of milk. While we wait for that to thicken, on medium-high heat, we're going to cook our pasta. After about 5 minutes, add the cheese and leave about 1/4 of a cup of cheese to mix with the panko mix that we made. Then take the macaroni out about 2 minutes early and then mix it into the cheese. We're taking it out early because it's going to finish cooking in the oven. Then we're going to mix the cheese with the panko breading and make a nice layer on top of the mac. Then in the 450-degree oven, add the whole pan in for only about 6 minutes because we already made the panko crispy. And we just want that top layer of cheese to melt. Serve it up. Yes! Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Start with that chicken breast, and cut it into inch-thick cubes. You know, approximately. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now set it into a bowl and cover it in pickle juice. That's going to be our brine. Now for the dredge, we're going to use flour, cornstarch, panko breadcrumbs, a tablespoon of powdered sugar, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Egg wash is simple. A single egg, salt and pepper, whisk it. That's your egg wash. Then after at least 20 minutes, take the chicken out of the pickle juice and dry them. And then it goes egg wash, dredge, and repeat. Do that for all the pieces of chicken. Then get our oil ready. Fill it up about under halfway for the pan. And bring it up to heat. Check with the chopstick and throw them in. Remember, if the oil gets a little too crazy, you could always turn down the heat to bring it under control. Then get your paper towel lined plate ready. After 2-3 minutes each side, the chicken's good. Plate it up. Serve it with some fries and you got Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Yes,
Add 3 chicken breasts. Add half a teaspoon of salt and crack 1 egg. Now process the chicken until the consistency becomes half a paste and half ground chicken. Into a bowl, Place 1 cup of corn flour and using wet hands, shape the chicken into a nugget shape. Dip in the corn flour, shake off the excess and put aside on a tray. For the batter, into a large bowl add 1 cup of water, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon of onion powder, along with 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now add half a cup of corn flour and add 1 cup of plain flour. Whisk well. You're after a thin batter, not too thick. Dip the chicken into the batter, drain off the excess and place onto a tray lined with baking paper and put in the freezer for 1 hour. Into a pot or deep fryer, add canola oil, add the nuggets and cook twice. The first batch for 5 minutes, drain and leave for 5 minutes, then fry for a second time for 4 minutes and serve immediately. Now all you have to do is